Okay, this is when Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president-elect, arrived moments ago when he arrived at his polling unit in Alausa in Lagos. And I think he must have voted by now. Not sure if he addressed the media yet.
He might not have.
Yeah.
It's the scantiness I still can't get over.
Is the what?
How scanty it is compared to 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, which is an interesting development. I mean, Emmanuel and Achike, when we say that it was buzzy, 3 weeks ago, at the end of the day, it ended up being barely 30% of those who had PVCs.
Yes, but we must also be careful. Also, I mean, talking about the eventual number of people that voted, because, I mean, the Ovieteme talked about, I think one of the
correspondents.
People that were interviewed, he was saying something about a beehive of activities too.
Yes.
And that ultimately at the end of the day, about half or more than half of the people who came were not able to vote. And so what does that tell you? If in one polling unit you had about maybe 700, 300 were able to vote, 400 were not able to vote. So you also look at that and then do your maths across the nation.
That's true.
And you ask yourself how many millions turned up to vote and did not vote.
That's correct.
So it might not exactly be a true reflection of apathy with that 27 million.
That's true.
Much more, because again, we talked about, just like Emmanuel also emphasized on some of the logistic issues that characterize that particular election. Some came and some INEC ad hoc staff came to their place of duty by 2 p.m., some by 4, 5 p.m. in many parts of the country.
And some following
and some, that's some
like a worry.
You understand? So how do you explain that? So what's the number of people that were actually turned away, or the number of people that went to the polling unit, waited till 4 and nothing happened, and then they went home and never came back? So these are some of the issues, and I think it would be unfair to Nigerians to say, look, they did not show as much enthusiasm in the presidential election as they showed in 2019.
Yeah, but this might encourage people to come out more now that they see that it's not as packed. But
don't forget, look, when people watch what is going on now from Arise Television, it's been positive so far.
Yes.
Perhaps not in terms of the number, but in terms of the vibes you get from this election, that, look, it's fairly peaceful. We have not seen any sign of trouble anywhere.